Make the ground shake.
Hello everyone and welcome to another tank review, and today we are going to look at the Tier 8 German tank destroyer, the Rhm Borsig Waffenträger, or as I like to call it, just the Borsig. Now, when this tank was first introduced into the game, it was the most overpowered tank ever. Here is why. This gun, the stock gun on it, the 128mm well-known German gun, was firing faster. The view range of the tank wasn't 360 meters, but it was 400, and the TD camo stayed permanent as you fire. So you had these things running around and doing 6-7k damage easily in anyone's hands. But then this gun got nerfed, the camo for the TDs got nerfed, and the view range got massively butchered. So, but all in all, this tank is still one of the best tier 8 tank destroyers, because you have choice of two great guns, and you have a turret, even though the armor isn't really that great. Speaking of the armor, as we look into it, there really isn't any of it. At the most you have 20mm, so you are basically auto pen for everything that will ever hit you. You even have some zones with 0mm of armor around the gun. If you get hit in the back, easy penetration, really, there is no way you could miss this. Artillery, even tier 6 ones, if they hit you, they will penetrate, because this tank is quite long, and it on the top it's only 5mm, so be wary of that. So since there is no armor, let's get to the guns. You have choice of two great guns, the 128mm that you can see here, and this gun, the 150mm. Now 70% of the time the 128mm is better, and here's why. As you can see, the DPM is around 25% better. The penetration is extremely better than the 150mm. 215mm compared to 246 makes a massive difference. The alpha damage obviously is a lot worse, but the rate of fire is insane. With rammer and an OK screw, you can get the reload before 10 seconds. That is faster than the mouse, really, which is a tier 10 vehicle. Another great thing about this gun is its shell velocity. Its accuracy is better, its aim time is a lot better, the gun bloom is also better. Everything about this gun is a lot better, apart from the alpha damage. But I still prefer the 150mm gun, because that gun has trading potential. If you are a sniper, if you want to snipe, use the 128mm gun. It's a dream for this tank. But if you want to play more aggressive and do a damage every time you reload, pick the 150mm gun, because at tier 8 only the ISU has 750 alpha damage, but that thing doesn't have a turret, and its accuracy and aim time are extremely worse. And this thing has everything you would want, apart from armor obviously, but played right, you will receive most of the time 300 damage, and you will do 800 if you are lucky and roll high. Let's not waste any more time. For equipment, rammer is a must, uh, and binos, because it has a very poor view range of a 360 as I mentioned. And for the third slot, I think if you are using the 128mm, go with cam on it. But if you are using the 150mm gun, go with enhanced gunling drive, because the aim time is pretty poor at 2.7 seconds. Now I will show you two replays, two ace tankers, one with 128mm gun and one with the 150mm gun, and see for yourself which will suit you better. But let's not waste any more time and let's get into some battles. And here we are in the first game. As you can see, it's a standard battle on Sacred Valley, and it's a heavy tier 10 matchup. I'm the only at tier 8 at this point, because as we all know, scouts do get do get tier 9 matchmaking all of the tier 8 ones. And since all of our light tanks are basically tier 8, they are classified as a tier 9. Anyway, this tank, even though it's the only tier 8 at this point, doesn't really struggle with anything, because as I said, this 128mm is the same gun that the E75 and the mouse gets, and they are pretty famous at their own tier, especially the E75's gun. But on this tank, it's even better. It aims faster, it fires faster, and it's far more accurate. It's a designated sniper. Now you will see just how good the Borsig's camo is. Now I'm not spotted. My platoon mate just died because he got rushed by a lot of tanks, and that was that. Now just imagine what could have been at this point if I had the current and 50mm. He would have been dealt with one shot, one from me and one from the Achtung, but this gun fires so much faster. You just don't really feel the need for alpha damage all that often if you are sniping. If you want to play far more aggressively, the 150mm will be better. Hopefully this video will provide you some information about your decisions when you will be playing your Borsig. I do spot this E100, this Waffle E100 in the open, and put another shot into him. That's another thing that I forgot to mention about this tank. Frontally, a lot of the time the engine will suffer a lot, because as I said, 20mm of armor, you will not bounce anything. A lot of the times people can track you and set you on fire and damage your engine, and you will be pretty much done. Now gameplay wise, this game isn't really all that great at this point, if I'm honest, because all I'm doing is just sitting in one position and waiting for a mistake from my enemies, and that would be that. This Waffle Panzer 4 gets spotted in the open. He fires, he doesn't even move, so I will now just try and put another shot in. I think that it flew through, but anyway, this object is now in the open. So is the Waffle. I think that the Waffle is far more dangerous. I will take him out. That's kill number 1 for me, and I'm already up to 1.8 k damage. This RT gets spotted now. I will try to aim and kill it. That's kill number 3 for me. I'm kill securing like a boss here, if I'm honest. Another thing I forgot to mention in the garage are the crew skills, but for such a thing there is only one or two options. You can either you have to prioritize camouflage, sixth sense. Those are your two main skills. After that you can do whatever you want. Repairs is also useful because, as I said, at times you get your engine and your track knocked out, and since I don't have a large repair kit most of the times, I simply would repair my engine and let the track fix itself. Now, couple of bad shots over here now in this IS-7. I shoot one more time. I think that hit him, but hit his magic bullshit side armor of 500 millimeters because reasons, and I will try to put another shot in. This one flies through, sets him on fire, but he's only on just 12 hit points, and that might kill our artillery. I can't go after him because first I'm slow, second time a one shot for him, and there is no guarantee that I will get the first shot off. Going back to my original position, and this is basically the game style you can have with this gun. You are not you cannot play that much more aggressive as you would hope. This WZ-11114 is extremely lucky because on the side I managed to somehow bounce. He's into cover at this point, gets out of, and that's all she wrote really. The IS-7 is the only tank left, and I am now loading HE for him. The T-54 is on full HP and takes him out, and that's the game done. And let's take a look into the post-battle results. Here we are in the post-battle results, and let's not waste any more time. We got Ace Tanker, and this was my first Ace Tanker combined with some other tokens, and from the Battle Hero medals we picked up Tank, Sniper and Top Gun. If you look into the team score, we can see that we did finish top on experience, damage and kills with 4.2k damage done, 6 kills and 1250 base experience. Our platoon mate, as I said, he got rushed by a lot of tanks out of auto loaders, and he got annihilated instantly. If you look into the detailed report, we can see that we did fire 15 shots, 12 hit the target, and sorry about that, 15 hit the target and 12 penetrated, which showcases that this gun is a true sniper. Even at more than 400 meters we only missed one shot. From our 4.2k damage, 3.5 thousand was from a sniping distance, which again showcases the great capabilities of this gun. We did receive one hit in that game, and obviously it penetrated and destroyed our engine and set us on fire, which means that this thing really suffers from module damage and crew damage. We did damage 8 vehicles, destroyed 6 and 5, and we even got some assistance damage of 515. Let's not waste any more time, and let's get into the second battle with the 150mm gun. So off we go with the second game, and this time with the 150mm gun. So it's a standard battle on Sand River, and from this point I think that the position I am about to go is pretty alright. Now you will probably see the a great trading potential that this gun gets. I mean, 750 alpha damage on a tank with a turret, a tier 8, is pretty massive, if I'm honest. even though the reload is around 17 seconds. I think that this is for the best. As for the camo, you have to appreciate the uh, bacon livery that the Germans get on the desert maps. Anyway, back to the game. That shot I think was really important because the Leopard PTA is Orzanel. I am pretty sure you have heard of him. I was really surprised when I matched up against him, and I was even more surprised when I realized that he went into such an obvious open spot with even 3 artillery, which can easily wreck him. D75 now is making a push, a very strange push, but I think that he won't last that long because the T10 is now rushing him from behind. He got shot by something and set on fire, and he burned quite a bit, and I think that he will be now dead. As I said, D75 was butchered by everything, and object 416 picked up the kill. Now you are now seeing the OP camo that the Oni gets. I'm sorry, that the Borsig gets, and this is what I was talking about. One shot, 686 damage. You cannot even imagine that with the other gun. Somehow we pull off a bounce. I don't know from where, if I'm honest, but it did bounce. And we will now focus on these guys over here. This was my fault about this shot on the AMX because he was in the open, but I was just running around. Maybe I was worried for taking a shot from the RT, if I'm honest with you. But that was that, a missed opportunity certainly. This zone is like again in the open, and this is the great advantage of having a turret in an ISU. The thing that I'm about to do is pretty much impossible. I see that the Leopard just fired. I will now try to focus this Oni. He's giving me his side of the turret and take him out, and just like in the previous game, first shot and the engine died pretty much. The CDC manages to put a shot into me, and I just make unpredictable moves because I know that I got unspotted, and he fired blind, so if he didn't move he was going to take me out. He is pretty well held down, and I'm still worried about the Leopard PTA, but I cannot I don't want our T10 to die at this point, and I will try to put the most risky shot ever into the enemy T10, but as I said, this gun isn't as accurate as you might think, and the shot goes absolutely nowhere. Worrying that I might have got spotted, I moved as fast as possible, but as it turned out I wasn't, because I still haven't got the grips of how OP the camo on the on this thing is. Now I am struggling with my gun depression here a bit, but I will try to make the most of it. This is now in the open. I did fire there, and surprisingly enough, that shot hit him. I don't know how. I was very frustrated when this was going live, because I was certain that I did miss the CDC by quite a bit, but he is now on low HP, as you can see, so that will be that. He was left on 104 HP by the M103, and I just kill secure him. Even though the damage counter says 1713 damage, I will assure you that there's more. Now this is something that where you have to use heat. There is no other option, if I'm honest. I held down Jagdtiger with 250 millimeters of penetration is unpenetrable. I just fired one shot. Maybe I would have gotten lucky if I hit his plate between the gun and the hull, and the lower part of the hull, which is only 20 millimeters. And now I do load hit because the Jagdtiger is on full HP and I cannot deal with him all that reliably if he is presenting me his front. Still waiting for the Lorraine to spot the Jagdtiger if possible, as he does, and I will try to put a shot into him. Firstly, you saw the hit, it hit his truck and it bounced right off, and then you saw the horrible shell velocity of the hit on this tank. Now, I know that there are 3 artillery and there is a high possibility that all of them would be aimed at him. I thought that he might be tracked by them. As it turned out, he did put a blunt shot into him and finish him off. This MX is so lucky. I mean, he always catches me at the point where I look at him and just falls back at the very last second. With this gun, you cannot put such chauncey shots. And another great showcase of the Borsig camo. That leopard went in the open and still didn't manage to spot me, even though I didn't have any concealment at all. So I just tried to make some unpredictable moves just to avoid the artillery, because as I said, they are a great enemy to you. This AMX can still win the game because I'm basically around one shot for him. If he gets lucky, the T-54 is a definite one shot and the Lorraine is a 2 shot, so he can finish us off in one clip. He spots me, unfortunately, and pulls back into cover. I do take a shot, maybe I shouldn't have, but I knew that I could go down here and he wouldn't be able to do anything. The T-54 takes out one of the arty, and I will just try to help them with the MX. I see that he is now rushed by the Lorraine. They are trading shots. I think that the Lorraine will now die, but I shot and ammo at him, and that is GG. Let's take a look into the post-battle results. So here we are in the post-battle results. As you can see, I managed to pick up Ace Tanker combined with some other tokens, and from the Battle Hero medals I managed to pick up High Caliber. That means that a lot of our blind shots did manage to fly through. As I said, on the CDC and the Jagdtiger, and those were pretty important shots if you ask me. If you look into the team score, we can see that we did finish top on experience, damage and kills with 4.2k damage done, 5 kills and 1308 base experience. Into the detailed report, we can see that we did fire 12 shots, only 9 hit this time and 8 penetrated. That I think is a great showcase of the accuracy that this gun possesses. It is a lot less accurate, but even more so, the shell velocity is a lot worse, so leading target is a lot more difficult. But then again, with 8 shots fired and 2 kill secures on the CDC and the Oni, which were on around 200 HP combined, with 8 shots we managed to pick up 4.2k damage. If you take into account those two, that means that in 6 shots we did 3,500 damage, more or less. That is insane. I mean, with 4 shots fired you have had an excellent game in this tank, obviously, if you manage to penetrate those. From our 4.2k damage, 2.4k were from a sniping distance. We did receive 3 hits, 2 penetrated and 1 didn't. I think that the CDC did shot our tracks or something like that, because there is no way that this thing can bounce that shot. We did spot 1 enemy vehicle. We did damaged 5, and we did destroyed 5 with even 1.1k assistance damage. Anyway guys, that was my take on the Rhm Borsig Waffenträger. It is certainly a very powerful tank with excellent choice of guns to suit anyone's playstyle. You can either have a more snipey tank or an assault vehicle. You just have to be positioning yourselves not to be the primary target of the enemy, and I think that you will do just fine. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye for now.